Welcome back to Four Score Sports NFL Edition. We're going to go over NFL Week 8. This week we're a little different. If you're on YouTube, you're seeing some of us are in person. We couldn't get Caleb.
We're seeing the guys together.
Yeah, we couldn't give Caleb enough money to join us this week. He'll be here soon. I'm joined with Devontae Keith in person.
What's Sam?
Colt Powell.
Hi.
Zach Dietrich.
Yes, sir. What's going on?
And a special guest, Kent Lake, is going to join us this week.
Guys?
You guys know him. You guys know him.
And of course, you guys know Caleb Morton as well. He's joining us.
I'm here.
So we're going to go over, obviously, we're going to do what we do every Saturday, NFL Week 8, who we think is going to win and why. So the biggest thing, let's talk about yesterday's game, Thursday night's game, Packers-Cardinals. 7-0 Cardinals going in against the injured 6-1 Packers in Arizona. But the Cardinals can't pull it out. They can't win. Green Bay wins that game. Kyler Murray throws an interception at the very end of the game. Looked like A.J. Green's controller died. Y'all seen that?
His controller.
Yeah, his controller.
Connection interrupted.
No,
Somebody
He was
used
picking,
it.
like,
Somebody
no.
used it at the wrong moment. He turned around.
Yeah.
He was supposed to keep going. Bad timing, pretty much.
Not easier.
But so what are some key takeaways? Kent, I know Kent's got something.
Yeah, so I hate the fact that we're talking about the injured Packers. Obviously, they're missing Jair Alexander. They're missing, Kevin King, that's honestly a plus to
That's a
miss.
plus.
Plus, they got better.
But they're talking about obviously Devontae Adams. That's a huge loss. But you're talking about guys like Al Lazard and Scantling missing. Those guys are not like far off from what they had last night. I'm sorry, but that's not a huge loss. I like both of those guys, but they had a bunch of like fresh rookies in there or sophomore players, and I like all of them. I think they can do pretty much everything that those guys can do. But you talk about the Devontae Adams loss. D-Hop played very few snaps. Cliff Kingsbury released last night that he only went into the game because he like snuck onto the field. Like they never wanted him to go into the game. But yeah, so he that was by his own choice. So you look at Devontae Adams' loss, and DeAndre Hopkins was out too. Obviously, Zadarius Smith was out, but I thought it was a great game. AJ Green, yes, he did mess up at the end, but he made some great plays to get him down there in the first place. I thought it was a great game. Aaron Rodgers played beautifully. So did Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray struggled there in the second and third quarter a little bit. Really turned on the Jets in the fourth. But yeah.
Speaking of pick'ems, I was the only one that picked the Packers to win because I still remember Aaron Rodgers was that man. If you want to prove me wrong on pick'ems again, please let me know. Drop that 5, drop that fee, and just let me know. Aaron Rodgers is the man. He came out in his green do-rag and did what Aaron Rodgers does. And honestly, Cardinals were supposed to win that game, but it just so happened they folded at the wrong time. They folded on Aaron Rodgers. It was what it was. A.J. Dillon came up big besides the little fumbleitis he had again. And, Robert Tonyan was out with, I don't know if it was a Charlie horse or
He tore his ACL.
Really?
Or they shell.
All right, well, prayers up for Robert Tonyan and my fantasy squad. It's all good. Get well soon. But yeah, the turf monster was active. Big time.
Yeah, there was that big hit on the I think it was a punt return between Kylan Hill and the other guy. That was a nasty hit. But yeah, Robert Tonyan out for the year, torn ACL. Go pick up Mercedes Lewis. He is going to be pretty good, I think.
So now every team has a loss, right?
That's
every
correct.
team does every team. No,
Yeah,
Detroit
yes.
doesn't have a win yet. I think they're the only team.
They got a
without
hell
win.
of a lot of
Do the Jets
losses.
have a win? Do the Jets have a win?
And
Jets have
No,
a
Jets beat
They do
the
indeed have a
They're winning
Oh,
this
you're
game.
right. You're
We'll
right.
get to that later.
Yeah, let's go ahead and move on. Our first game of the week, we have great one. Panthers Falcons. Who wants to talk?
Zach, you talk.
I can talk first. I came out a little bit on the last episode and talked about how the Panthers simply just have a bottom 5 offensive line and a bottom 5 quarterback right now. It's extremely hard to win in that scenario, but right now Atlanta probably is pretty close to the same scenario. I would argue their offensive line is probably bottom 5. It's close. It's bad. It's bad. Matt Ryan's probably better than Sam Darnold. That's not saying much, to be honest with you. Sam Darnold sucks. He makes a lot of bad decisions. He makes a lot of just poor interception throws. But listen, this is another game where the Panthers, in theory, should win this game. I would argue that like their defense is more talented than Atlanta.
Definitely are. That's not close.
I'm saying like their defense, it's more talented. I'm saying like even against that Giants, like against the Giants, against Philly as well. The defense played really well. The offense kind of overshadowed their ability to make plays. The defense is fast, it's aggressive. They'll give Atlanta problems, but of course it's gonna come down to how much the offense can do. Joe Brady can only draw up an entire drive on the first drive, which the Panthers love to score on the first drive. By the way, Joe Brady's been getting a lot of hate. They score on the first drive every fucking game, except for they'll score a field goal at least on this first drive. But outside of that, once Sam Darnold has to make decisions for himself, that's where it kind of starts to deteriorate. I still have the Panthers in this game because I'm not going to stop rolling with my guys. I've had them every week. Granted, that has us 3-4, and it's had me sick a lot. I still have the Panthers in this game. If they can't win this game, they're gonna have to tear it down. The Sam Darnold hate is gonna reach an all-time high after this. Yeah, give me the Panthers in a close game. I think they edge out Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold edges out the Falcons just based on their defensive talent. Give me the Panthers in a close game.
Yeah, this is probably the most equal game the Falcons will play in a while.
That's embarrassing.
It's
That's
embarrassing. No, it's
It's
embarrassing.
the most equal.
It's not good for them either, though.
Zach, you kind of had me effed up. You said Sam Darnold is marginally worse than Matt Ryan. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that.
He's bad.
They're about equal
He's
on
bad.
offense. Defensively, Panthers obviously got it, but we got a NFC Defensive Player of the Week on hand, possibly rolling off of that high. We got a, just some like we got a.
Y'all just got a defensive player of the week?
Just now.
Just now, finally?
Just no.
Wow.
Just now.
Anyway,
Trayvon,
Falcons got
Trayvon.
it. Now if Jeremy Chin shuts down Kyle Pitts, which I think that could possibly happen, might be a battle. I still got the Falcons either way. Probably another ugly game. Hopefully they actually show it on local television. They've been disrespected. Panthers not that good. They could at least show the Falcons, but it's all good. You get the vote. You get to see some quality football. Panthers and Falcons.
Yeah,
Football.
Yeah,
Quality
quality
football.
football. It's gonna be a pump fest.
I think that these are two of the worst teams, and I think that this could be potentially like a competitive matchup because both teams are so bad. Like, who's going to score 14 points first? In this game, I couldn't even tell you who I put in the pick'em. It was kind of a toss-up. I did, actually. So I guess Kyle Pitts is just going off. Robbie Anderson. Yeah, I was about to say. I was like, I guess. So I guess Robbie Anderson's going to finally come through. I don't know. Kyle Pitts might go off. I don't care about this game. It's going to be funny to see which one of the guys is miserable next week. Both of y'all.
We'll probably both be pretty sad after the way that the game was played.
I mean, but yeah, this game has no impact on me. Let's go Panthers because the Braves are doing way too good for Atlanta.
That's true.
True
That's
story. You
fair.
took my theory, but it's all good. It's true.
Good Braves though.
Yeah. So, like Zach said, I think that the defense is way better than Atlanta's. I don't think it's necessarily close, but Atlanta has a man that the Panthers do not, and his name is Younghoe Koo. Younghoe Koo. He can be a difference maker in the kicking game because that is all that is going to happen during this game. Field goals and punts. Field goals and punts. I'm predicting about a 12-6 finish here. Keith and Ryan kind of touched on Kyle Pitts, Robbie Anderson. Those guys have been touched on. The name that hasn't really been brought up, Calvin Ridley. He's due. He's averaging about 8 or 9 targets a game. I mean, and just like they say in fantasy football, it's just in real life. Targets are everything. You're getting targets. You're going to break out. He's yet for that breakout game. I want to say last week maybe he had like 30 yards, but he found the end zone. He didn't have that great of a game, but he still had like 9 targets. I think this is the game that he kind of breaks out. Is Gilmore playing this game?
Gilmore was on track to come back last week. He had a little bit of a setback, so he's 50-50 for this week.
If Gilmore does not play, expect a huge game from Ridley. J.C. Horn's already out. Stelfar and Gilmore. If he's not going, then you're looking at a guy like C.J. Henderson or A.J. Boye, maybe Dante Jackson. I think Calvin Ridley can fry any of those guys. I expect a big game from him. With that being said, I said that I would never pick the Falcons again, but I'm picking the Falcons.
We about to lose. 'Cause of it.
I'm picking the Falcons.
You're gonna lose.
The Panthers are not a very good football team right now, especially with no Christian McCaffrey. There's a lot of drama going on with whether or not Matt Rule is going to return to the college scene or not. That remains to be seen. But I'm gonna go with the Falcons. Ride their little hot streak here. Or no, they lost to the Dolphins. No, they beat the Dolphins, right?
Yeah,
They did. Yeah. I'm gonna take the hot streak. Yeah. We're the Falcons.
All right. Well, I guess it's my turn. Both these teams are, like Ryan said, not good. But I think they are. I don't think they have any real implications to the playoffs.
Calm.
Okay, no, I'm not commenting on that. The problem is no one other than my boy Colt here brought up CMC. You saw the first 3 weeks. Darnold looked top 10 the first 3 weeks. He played great with CMC. Problem is the CMC is still on IR. He struggled since then really hard. Atlanta has a lot of weapons, but like they said, Panthers defense, Brian Burns, those guys, Jeremy Chin, they look good. As much as I hate to say this, and I live in a house full of Panthers fans, give me the Panthers.
Yep. All right.
24-21 on a walk-off field goal.
Panthers win on the field goal.
Talk to me, Caleb.
It's bold of you to assume anyone scoring 24 in this game. Both of these teams fucking stink. It's going to be close to what Colt said. Give me a 12-9 game. Straight field goals.
Straight field goals.
Yeah,
Like I
both of
said,
these teams are
And
horrible.
who's got the better kicker? The Falcons. It's Young Way.
He's not missing a game winner.
That boy is different, bro.
All right. So next game we got the two most unpredictable teams I think in the league. We have Titans Colts in Indianapolis. I genuinely don't know how to feel. The Colts. The Colts just played good last week, didn't they? They played very well against the 49ers. Granted, the conditions of that game were absolutely terrible. I think I am going to run with the Colts in this one. I don't know. This is another tough one, though. Give me the Colts. Derrick Henry scares me. It scares me to bet against him at this point. But the Titans lost to the Jets, but then they're going to go out and beat Kansas City.
They lost to
They
the
did?
Jets
Oh.
and immediately beat the Bills and the Chiefs.
Dang, I forgot
Yeah.
about this.
So,
Yeah, I have genuinely no clue how to feel. So give me the Colts, I guess, because they're the home team. Give me the Colts.
Yeah, I got the Colts. I think they'll feel like they're riding high off of that last game that they played, and it's at home. And Michael Pittman and the rest of the non-name receivers have found their stride too. So I expect a pretty surprisingly big game with the Colts winning at home.
Yeah. So last week I watched the Titans play the Chiefs, and it was good to see them finally get AJ Brown back into the fold of things. Just as a football fan, I don't have him in fantasy. I'm not high on AJ Brown. Like, I think guys like Allen Robinson, Amari Cooper, and Terry McLaurin are a bit better than AJ Brown in my opinion. But as a football fan, it was good to see him back in the fold. I think he got 2 touchdowns. So it was good to see him get him back into the fold. The thing that I like with this is I think that there's 2 premier running backs in this game, Derrick Henry and Jonathan Taylor. I'm super high on Jonathan Taylor. I like Jonathan Taylor a lot. I watched him in college. I think he's one of the most dominant running backs that we've seen in college in the past decade, up there with guys like Zeke, Melvin Gordon, Saquon, and I already said Melvin Gordon, but Leonard Fournette. That's the other guy I was talking about. But I like out of those 2 running backs, I like Derrick Henry a bit more, not a bit more, a lot more. I think Jonathan Taylor does have a chance to be a top 5 running back in years to come. I like him a lot, but I'm gonna go with the Titans. You guys did say that the Colts looked good last week, but I'm not gonna overlook what the Titans did to the Chiefs. They embarrassed the Chiefs. That game was not competitive at all. Off the rip, off the opening kickoff, it wasn't a competitive game. So for that reason, I'm gonna go with the Titans on the road.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Cole right there. I'm also gonna go with the Titans on the road. To be honest with you, I actually was a believer in the Colts a little bit earlier in the year. They haven't looked great. I think it's a little bit disrespectful actually to have the Titans even on the road. They're underdogs in this game, but they've been looking really good. Their offense looked great. The Colts just don't have quite the level of talent on the offensive side of the ball that the Titans do. Give me the Titans to actually win this game on the road and really secure like AFC South supremacy there.
Yeah, I'm probably rolling with the Titans. Derrick Henry is been an absolute monster. I like the Colts defense a lot. But like Colt said, AJ Brown's he's started to figure things out in this offense this year. Ryan Tannehill is starting to put up some decent numbers. Yeah, give me the Titans. I'm gonna give you guys scores of every game. So give me Titans by 28. No, hold on. 31.
Okay.
31 to 14.
Oh!
Titans. I think they blow the.
Ooh!
I think they smoke.
Write it down. They smoke the shit out of it.
31 to 14. 31 to 14.
Nice.
You can write it in
Is
the
it me
pen,
now?
too. No pencil. You don't need an eraser. Write it in pen. They smoke the shit out of them.
Y'all know how I feel about the Colts. I've been saying they were shit all year. But last week I picked the Colts to win. This week I got the Colts winning again. Shocking the world, shocking Derrick Henry. What? Look, Derrick Henry is being held to under 100 yards.
Hot take right there.
Does he score a touchdown?
He fumbles and doesn't score a touchdown.
Fumble.
Wow.
Boy.
Wow.
This is coming from a Derrick Henry advocate.
It's coming
This
from
guy
an
thinks Derrick
absolute
Henry.
huge
He's been
Derrick Henry
saying
fan.
Derrick Henry is the best back in the league.
Oh, this man will die for Derrick Henry.
Darius Leonard has like 8 forced fumbles this year.
He does.
He's coming with it.
Maniac.
That right hook's coming.
That right hook. Oh man.
You see what Derrick Henry did to Darius Leonard the first game?
Did
What
not.
did he do?
Didn't
Can't
watch him.
inform me. What did he do?
Threw him to the side. Threw him to the side. Threw him to the side. He
I love
bounced
Derrick
off.
Henry.
Of
Derrick
it.
Henry's
He
the best
bounced
back in
off.
the league.
I don't know what I don't know what to tell you. I don't think it's going to be Darius Leonard. If you're looking at a forced fumble, and I don't think we're looking at one, but
Hey.
I don't think it's going to be Darius Leonard.
When it happens, I'm coming back to this.
Hey, if it happens,
Hit in recording. Hit in recording. Not pause. Yeah. All right. Sorry about that. Little technical difficulty. So next game we have Dolphins Bills. I really don't think this game's going to be competitive by any means. So I'm just going to roll with the Bills in Buffalo at home.
Yeah, Bills. Still hate Josh Allen, but Bills got it.
Damn.
I think that the Bills win this game easily. I think that the biggest storyline of this game is not the game itself, but whether or not that this is the last game that we see Tua in a Miami uniform. I think that'll be an interesting little storyline, and whether his play on Sunday impacts the trade deadline coming up on Tuesday. But we'll see. I still got the Bills big though.
Yeah, I agree with that. Tua or not, the Bills are a much better team than Miami. Josh Allen, hater or not, doesn't matter. They're a lot better off a bye at home. They win this game by multiple scores.
all right. For the third time today, I'm going to be agreeing with Colt. I love it. Give me the Bills, and I'm giving scores every single game. So give me Bills 47.
40 piece. Hello, Josh.
47.
Hello.
Hold on, it's not going to be Josh. Zach Moss 3 touchdowns.
How are they going to score 47 without Josh?
No, I'm sorry. Not really. Give me Bills 36 to.
3.
I think they score a couple times. I'm going to give them 36 to 17. I think they get a garbage time touchdown and a garbage time field goal. No. So
Not a close
36
game.
to 17. Not a close game at all.
Yeah, I also have the Bills winning 42 to 14. It's going to be an absolute beatdown. The Bills are overrated. I will say that. 100% overrated, but
I don't know.
it's the
An
Dolphins.
MVP they
The Dolphins suck.
They have
Speaking
like
of MVP,
6
Ah!
in the league on their team.
Unless we're talking about the game, don't bring it up.
Speaking of MVP, Bengals Jets is the next
Oh,
game.
there we go.
Zach Wilson is taking this one.
Zach Wilson is not playing.
So Jamar
Okay.
Chase.
No.
Go ahead, Kent.
I wanna
Kent,
start on this
I'm not.
one.
I'm not
I
going
wanna
to say a
start on
thing.
Okay.
No.
So, I unfortunately was not able to make the episode last week. You can ask this man right
This
here
is
that I
his
live
show.
with, Zach. I called the Bengals. I told him that they were going to upset the Ravens.
That's very fair.
Caleb, my man right here, put them as his lock for the week in the pick'em. Absolute major respect. Favorite
Absolute
Cowboys fan of all time.
Fuck you guys.
Let me just. I want to bring up something that happened 2 weeks ago, where Colt told me Deontay Johnson was the best receiver in the AFC North. And before you say anything, Marlon Humphrey looked like a child against him. Jamar had over 200 yards. We saw the spin moves. We saw him absolutely bully Marlon Humphrey, who, by the way, is without a doubt a top 10 corner in the league.
Yes.
And no one can disagree with that.
Except for Jamar Chase.
Except for Jamar Chase. And Marlon Humphrey came out with a statement, and he said, "I lost that battle." Well, yeah, no shit, buddy. You lost the battle. So now I would like an apology from Colt.
You're not
About-
You're not.
He still apparently thinks Deontay Johnson is the best receiver in the AFC North. He is wrong. But that's okay. He's allowed to be wrong. People are allowed to be wrong when it comes to their opinions. Anyways, back to the game this week. Jets without Zach Wilson. Bengals will 40 piece. We will 40 piece. Give me the Bengals. 45 to 10. I give them one touchdown, and you know what I'm going to call it on?
Game, Michael Carter.
Yep, I think it's something like that late in the game when we got our backups in. Because honestly, I don't think it's close. Bengals are going to move to 6-2, first in the AFC. No one believed in that. I didn't even believe in that. I had no idea. I had no idea what we had on our hands with Jamar Chase. But he's a monster. That's all I got to say. And his gritty is something spectacular.
Can we get another one for the special
So,
episode?
unfortunately, I will not be giving one this week because I am in a closed room right here. I think it'll be a bit difficult.
Can you tell us about your costume at least?
My costume, Hawaiian guy. I think it's pretty
like it.
nice. I mean, comment what you think, but I think it's pretty sick. But anyways, Jamar Chase probably going for. He doesn't catch a lot of passes. Maybe 6 catches, 142
95.
yards, and 2 touchdowns. 6 catches, 142 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah,
Start him in fantasy.
Okay. Write it
Start
down.
everyone. Start everyone on the Bengals. Start everyone.
I've got the Bengals as well, winning huge. Kent really stole everything that I could say. Jamar Chase, and now
Same. Unless Joe Flacco gets some of Mike.
He's not starting.
He's not.
He's not starting.
Mike White.
Mike White.
Unless Mike White gets some of Mike White's secret stuff. Yeah, Bengals got it 56.
Holy shit.
Something stupid like that. Like, it's,
Two
I mean,
safety.
Joe Burrow just falls out in the end zone like, oh. Because I
Twice.
feel so bad for him.
Apparently twice.
It's 2 times.
Yeah, so you don't need to educate me on Jamar Chase. The biggest, I'm his advocate.
Apparently not.
Biggest Jets
I'm the guy. I'm the Jamar Chase guy. I've been on the Jamar Chase bandwagon since he was at LSU with JJ. Him and JJ was a nasty duo. If only he got to play with CD, who was better than JJ. Anyways,
not
We'll
wrong.
get to that.
he
later.
started all the guys.
We'll get to
He said start all the guys in fantasy on the Bengals. I have no problem with the Bengals. I like the Bengals. The only question I have, and if you can answer it, I would love an answer. Zach Taylor has a hard-on for Samaj Piran. I do not know why. Joe Mixon
It's the beard.
has the potential to be, I want to say a top 10 back in this league.
Okay.
But the fact that he is, I don't want to say splitting carries, but the fact that it is about a 75-25, 60-40 split with Samaj Piran, and Samaj Piran is the receiving back on third downs, does not make very much sense to me.
Well, it's good that I can absolutely answer that
Okay.
question for you.
Please.
So,
Please do
Joe
tell me.
Mixon he's been injured a little bit this year. He had, I think he missed a game. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, at least.
But yeah, so So when he came back the next week, he was still a little bit injured. So Samaj P. Ryan definitely, he split carries then. But so when you beat the Ravens by 24, you put in your backup running back because the guy you're paying $12.5 million a year, you don't put him in, especially after an injury last year. So yeah, that's why he's splitting. The only reason Samaj P. Ryan got any carries last week is because we were beating the crap out of him. And Mixon, it was not working last week. It was not. If you watch the game, the dude.
I watched the game. That's why I asked.
The dude was not carrying the ball very well. Mixon, I really like Mixon, but I do think he's a tad overpaid. But obviously, when you're coming off of 1-15 or 2-4, I forget what our freaking record was. Anyways, when you're coming off that kind of season, you have to pay the guys. That's why we signed Trey Waynes. I don't even know if you guys know about this contract. Trey Waynes, who has played one game for us so far over 2 years, signed to a $14 million deal. And we will be cutting him, I hope, this offseason. But that's all I have to say about that. Samaje P. Ryan is he's not going to split carries this week. Well, he actually might because we're going to beat the crap out of the Jets too. But yeah, start Mixon. Mixon will get 2 touchdowns this week. That's all I got to say.
Yeah. Obviously, everybody here went with the Bengals. Here's the problem, though. The Jets actually have a loaded offense. They're looking at fucking Michael Carter. They're looking at Corey Davis. These are Mike White. They're absolute demons on the offensive side of the ball. Joe Burrow, who he's trash. No, I'm kidding. No, seriously though, the Bengals win this game.
Caleb, I know you got Bengals.
Obviously,
Yeah.
the Bengals. Look,
I don't know why we talked about this.
look. October 31st, I put money on the Bengals to win the AFC North. I've been on this train. Been on it. So you know,
You smell of pure intelligence and IQ, right?
I had my props. That when I hammer down, with
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
We got
yeah.
a big
Oh god.
Yeah!
We got the big ass hammer. Bengals are blowing them the fuck out.
Let's go! Let's go, baby!
Bengals are taking it. I got 2
Let's
locks on
go!
the Bengals.
Let's go!
Hammer down.
Let's go, baby!
All right. So next game up, we have Steelers Browns in Cleveland. Are the Browns still super hurt?
Baker's playing.
Baker's okay. Give me the Browns. I don't care. Give me the Browns. That's all I have to say.
I got the Steelers just because it's the Browns.
Okay.
Baker's back. Nick Chubb is back. Nick Chubb, I'm not high on Nick Chubb. He's the most overrated running back in the NFL. But I still got the Browns. They're a better team than the Steelers. However, if you do want to watch the best receiver in the AFC North, please tune into this game because Deontay Johnson. Still got Browns.
What is he better than Jamar Chase at?
Thank
Come
you.
on, don't do that. Don't do that.
Answer the
Don't do
question.
that.
What
He's
is he
better
better
route
than
runner
him
than
at?
Chase.
Jamar Chase
Yes, he is.
mixed the
Come on,
crap.
he's a better route runner.
Okay, so you got route running. Okay, I'll give you route running. What is it? What is it?
He's faster than Jamar Chase.
Okay,
He's
okay.
faster than Jamar Chase. He's got better hands than Jamar Chase.
Oh,
He's got better hands than Jamar Chase.
Oh,
He's got better hands.
come on, bro.
I love Jamar
Oh
Chase.
my
I love
God.
Jamar Chase.
Okay. Back to the fast part. Jamar runs a 4.3.
He does run fast, but he's not faster than Jamar.
4.340.
He's fat. The only thing you're looking at with Jamar Chase, he's a bigger receiver. He's a more physical receiver,
And he's a better receiver.
For that reason, he's probably
Flat out
better
better.
after the catch because
So-
he can make.
And he's better before the catch too.
He's not better before the catch.
Oh my
He's not better before
gosh.
the catch.
Okay. Yeah, because the talk of the town's been Deontay Johnson this season, right?
He'll have 100
All right.
yards this game. I
So-
Okay. Congratulations. He'll have
I guarantee
100
it.
yards on
And
an
he's playing
injured
with a backup
Cleveland.
quarterback. He's playing with a backup quarterback. He's not.
No,
a
he's
top
not.
guy.
He's playing with
All right.
Baker.
Big,
So
big,
okay,
big,
Steelers
big.
Browns. Steelers or Browns? Quick.
I said Browns.
Okay, Browns. Steelers Browns.
Actually, give me the Steelers. Coming off a bye. I don't have a lot of faith in their offense, but the Browns are obviously banged up. Even if those guys play, they're hurt. They're have high potential for another injury during the game. Give me the Steelers in a close one. Their defense is better. Give me the Steelers.
I got the Browns winning, but this Deontay Johnson talk is it's a bunch of crap.
All right.
Give
Caleb.
me Deontay Johnson under 100 yards, and the Browns win 28-7.
the Browns are beating the fuck out of them.
Yeah, Browns are beating the hell
They
out of them.
bad.
I don't
You
think
think
it.
they're
I don't think it's
bad?
going to be
Yes,
close.
I think they're terrible.
I'm with Caleb.
We beat the
Steelers are
crap out of them.
horrible.
Browns might be better.
Yeah. Steelers are horrible. Speaking of horrible teams, Eagles Lions. This game in Detroit, I don't think that Jalen Hurts is it. Lions are losing heartbreaker after heartbreaker. I think the Lions get their first win at home. They played good last week against the Rams, I think. So give me the
They
Lions.
did.
Give me the
They
Lions.
did. They played well.
I got the Eagles. Miles Sanders is on season-ending injury, which means that he had Jalen. Yeah, I don't know. I think I don't know. Forget it. Eagles got it just for something stupid, some random, some other heartbreak that the Lions do not deserve, but it will inevitably happen to them at home. Detroit can't win, and I don't know why, but Eagles got it.
I got the Lions at home. They played well against the Rams. I like Dan Campbell. I think he's a really good head coach. I think he's the guy in Detroit. I think that's the one thing you can take away this season from Detroit, even though they're over. I think Dan Campbell's the guy in Detroit. I like him a lot. I want to see what random steps up this week for Detroit. It looks like Khalif Raymond is a certified wide receiver 1 in the NFL after watching last week. So we'll see if maybe Tyrell Williams or I don't know, TJ Hawkinson goes for 200 yards. Not to say he's a
Tyrell's still out.
Oh, he's still out.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be the Khalif Raymond show again. Or TJ Hawkinson will go for 200 yards. I'm still going with the Lions. I think that they finally get their first win against Philly.
Yeah, the Eagles are bad. Obviously they beat my Panthers, but that was one of the worst games we played. I actually like the Lions to win this game. They've lost a lot of heartbreaking games. I agree with Colt that Dan Campbell actually is the guy. A lot of support for the guy. It's been a tough season for them, of course, but I actually see them getting their first win. I don't really see them just continuing to keep losing. They played well. This is one of the games they actually can win. I don't have a lot of faith in the Eagles. Like he said, Sanders is out. Give me the Lions in a close game at home at Ford Field. It's going to be ugly. It's not going to be like a very entertaining game. If you guys are checking into a 1:00 game, that's probably the last one you're going to watch. But yeah, give me the Lions at home. The Eagles aren't very good.
All right. I'm sorry. Lions are trash, dude. Quintez Cephas, Tyrell Williams, both out. That means their top two are Amon-Ra St. Brown and Khalif Raymond. They're both trash. Give me the Eagles. Give me them big time too. I don't even think this is going to be close. Give me 30-17.
Hang on.
You're wrong.
Caleb.
Yeah, I'm really glad Kenton's here to shed some light, shed some knowledge because y'all are tripping picking the Lions. They fucking suck. They're horrible.
The Lions have been
They
every
might-
game they played in.
Jared Goff
They've
is
not
trash,
been in a
bro.
game they haven't been in.
Look,
Jared
The
Goff are
Eagles
fucking trash.
And we're talking about the receiving game. We're talking about these receivers. Bro, what about DeAndre Swift? No one touched on DeAndre Swift. He's been balling this season, but no one's talking about him.
That's a given.
That's the guy we aren't talking about. That's if anything, that's the difference maker. Anyways, give me the Eagles. You know my score. That's what I got.
yeah. Dan MCDC Motor City. Dan Campbell is cool and all. He says some cool media shit, but he hasn't won a game yet. Like he's not that guy. He's cool. I would love to have him as a coach, but he's not that guy. The Lions might not win a game until week 12, and if they
Jared
don't make
Goff
it past
is
that,
QB1.
Thank you.
That's
If
all.
you look at his roster, he's not supposed to win a game. The fact that he's in these games, they almost beat the
Look.
It's
Rams.
impressive.
He's
It's
the
impressive.
guy. I'm telling you, he's the
It's
guy.
impressive.
but
But
they're
looking
they're
at the
not winning
roster
game.
of the teams that they played and the roster,
Look.
they should. I don't care if you give them Bill Bell.
Look.
You could give them Lombardi. They're not winning a game. They have not won a game.
You
They
know
won't
what
win a
Give
game.
them
Straight up-
Jason Garrett,
Give
man.
them
They're not even
Damn
winning.
John Madden, they're not winning.
They're not winning.
They're losing this week. They got to bye next week. They're losing to the Steelers, losing to the Browns. They have the Bears. They might beat the Bears. That's a game they could win. Then they got Vikings, Broncos, Cardinals. Like they might win 2 games this year. They're horrible.
They need a quarterback, big guy.
That's 2 games where they beat teams.
They do.
Yeah, they do need a quarterback. That's what I'm taking.
I
the
think
Eagles.
hey, that's fair. Next game, I don't really think we need to talk about it. Rams, Texans. Do we all have Rams?
Get Brandon Cooks out of
Hold on.
Houston.
Yeah,
Please.
get Brandon Cooks out of there.
Get him out of there.
Yeah,
Let me get my score. I think the Rams play horrible this week.
but they still win.
Tyrod's back, but I think the Rams play horrible. I think they still pull off the win. I mean, Texans are god awful. Give me the Rams 27-14.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I agree with Kent. The Rams play like shit. They win by 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, they're favored by 16 points right now. Like
Until Tyrod can come back.
Yeah.
It's going to be
coming back
Robert
soon.
Woods
He
week,
is.
though. Just so you know, Robert Woods week, not
I hope so.
not Cooper Cup. It's Robert Woods week.
Give me 2 touchdowns for Cooper Cup.
We've all got Rams though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next game we have 49ers Bears. I don't really
Ugly
think this will
game.
be ugly game. In Chicago at 1:00. I'm gonna roll Niners in this one. I don't have much faith in the Bears. Justin Fields is very bad, and the 49ers don't have a terrible defense. I think that he struggles again. Fields, so give me 49ers.
I got the Bears just because Justin Fields is working with what he has, the time he has. Javon Kinlaw, which was one of the better defensive interior tackles for 49ers, is out for the season. 49ers not that good on defense. Offense, they make it happen somehow, but the Chicago Bears defense is probably what's going to take them to another game.
I've got the Niners. Justin Fields, he's not ready for the NFL yet. He should not be starting quarterback on an NFL team right now. He's not ready. I don't think a quarterback who has 5 to 6 turnovers in a game.
Hell
I
no.
don't remember if he had 5 or 6 last week. He had 5.
3 ends, 2 fumbles.
I don't care if you're going
He
against
looks
the
like
Bucks.
shit.
I don't care if you're going against the
He
Legion
looks
of
like
Boom.
shit.
There's no way that you should have 5 turnovers in a game. Even in the game and whole, he looked frazzled. He didn't look like he wanted to play. Obviously, that line's not the best, but I've got the Niners.
Yeah, I don't really want to say too much about this game. I think it's going to be a shitter of a game. It's going to be like 13-10. We have a lot of Bears fans on the Instagram. I'm going to shout out those guys because I'm going to go with the Bears. Fields has looked like shit. So is Garoppolo. I don't really think him or Lance is ready for the NFL. Fields specifically, like obviously is the guy he isn't ready. This is going to be an ugly ass game. It's going to be 13-10, like I said. Give me the Bears at home in a close ass game.
Yeah, I don't have a lot to say about this one either. I'm an Ohio State guy. Fields has sucked. Yes. Give me the Bears though. 17-10. Garoppolo's worse, in my opinion. I'm biased, but Garoppolo's worse in my opinion. Montgomery's still not back, but Khalil Herbert's looked like a monster. 17-10 Bears.
Shout out all those Bears fans that picked the Bears to upset the Bucks last week. They're delusional, just like their coach Matt Nagy. So give me the 49ers.
That's pretty clean. Next up, Patriots Chargers. Personally, I think the Chargers are a really good football team. I'm going to roll with the Chargers to win this game. I think Herbert's an MVP candidate this year. I like Keenan Allen. I like Mike Williams. I like everything they've got going. I know Eckler might not play this week. Is he out?
He's
Or is
50-50.
He's 50-50. But I still got the Chargers regardless in this game.
I got Jay Herbo getting frazzled in the game because of the Patriots defense, but ultimately pulling through. Chargers got it.
I think that this game is a whole lot closer than people give it credit
Yeah.
for. I think that the Patriots are the best team in the league versus what their record actually shows. So, like, their record's not very good, but they're way better than the record. They're way better than the record. I think they're a solid team. I think they'll be all right. I still think that they lose. I'm still going with the Chargers, but I think it's a whole lot closer than people think it is.
No, I definitely agree with Cole. I think the Patriots are a little bit better than their record. A lot of that definitely has to do with Belichick, but the Chargers coming off a bye at home, they're a more talented team right now than the Patriots. So give me the Chargers by a touchdown. Herbo's balling. He's better than Mac Jones. Give me the Chargers.
Yeah, so I'm going to completely disagree with that crap. But in their last 4 wins, I think they have 3 this year. In their last 4 wins, are 2 against the Texans and 2 against the Jets. That spans until last year. So they beat 4 teams. They beat piss poor teams. And the freaking Chargers, they've looked amazing this year.
Who got absolutely smoked by the Ravens?
Yeah,
Who
okay,
did
no,
they
no,
lose? Who have they lost?
Absolutely
Hey,
shat on by the Bengals.
who
So how
else did the
good can they
Chargers
fucking
lose?
be?
They have 2 losses.
They
Oh, they lost to Dallas.
Are
Oh,
we serious?
Okay. Come on.
All right, let's go.
Okay, look. They've
Caleb, come on. Come on.
the Patriots have beat bad teams. This is a good team.
So they lose.
Come on, dude.
They get smoked.
They're
gonna get smoked.
this is ridiculous. Closer than we think. Hell no. They beat them by 3 touchdowns.
It'll be 27-24.
28 to
What? It'll be 27.
28 to 7. 28 to 7. They beat them by 3 touchdowns. Mac Jones sucks. This whole quarterback class sucks. Quit calling him good just because the other ones suck. I'm sorry. Damian Harris looks good, but Mac Jones sucks. 28-7. Give me the Chargers. Give me the Chargers defense. Give me the Chargers O-line.
Chargers.
Hell with Mac
Caleb, who
Jones.
you got?
Give me LA.
Part of me wants to pick the Patriots after that shithole job I watched the Chargers do against the Ravens. But the safer pick, I'm gonna go with the Chargers. But I would not be shocked if the Patriots win.
Next up, we have Jags Seahawks in Seattle. I don't have trust in Trevor Lawrence. I really don't. Geno Smith hasn't looked that bad. I know that defense is horrible for Seattle, but give me Seattle in this game at home. 12th man, big factor.
Geno's bringing it home. No doubt in my mind.
I like to see Seattle get Tyler Lockett more involved. He's kind of been like a big missing, like where's he at since Russell Wilson went down. But I'm still gonna roll with the Seahawks regardless.
Yeah. Actually, I'm actually gonna switch up and go with the Jags. I don't have a lot of faith in Geno. He's looked okay, but you guys know I like to take the team off a bye week. Regardless of the shit coaching. Obviously Urban's been busy at the bars. We're trying to wheel jits, but
He said, "Oh,
he's trying to wheel some 20-year-olds. Keep in mind he's married, but the Jags. Give me the Jags on the road against a backup quarterback. In my upset.
I absolutely hate Trevor Lawrence, but I'm rolling with the Jags this week. I think it's a really close one. I think they win by 3. I think it's 17-14. I think it's a real low-scoring game, just like it was last week against the Steelers. Reason, like Colt said, Lockett hasn't been involved. Geno Smith doesn't have a deep ball.
He's no deep ball.
Chris Carson's still not back. Give me Jags 17-14.
I definitely lost some money this year betting on the Seahawks. I bet on the Seahawks like every week. I expect them to do better, and they don't. But this week, I haven't taken it, and the reason is going to be DK Metcalf's going for 150 and 2 tutties.
DK. What a guy.
DK
You guys have heard our DK debates in the other episodes.
Go check those out.
Yeah, go check those out, the other episodes, by the way. Yeah. Next game, divisional matchup, Buccaneers Saints. I think Buccaneers win this game. They're a very good football team, and the Saints just aren't as good as they typically are. Give me Buccaneers.
hey." So I picked the Saints to shock the world just because, as much as it pains me to say it, Cowboys did pretty well on defense against them, and I'm pretty sure Buccaneers haven't really faced a pretty good defense. Saints have a pretty good defense, so I think they shock the world and bring it back to the 504 with a dub.
Yeah, so New Orleans has got their little duo back together, Mark and Alvin. Pretty cool seeing them back together. I missed their post-game interviews. They're pretty good buds. It'll be nice to see some pressure be taken off Kamara because he's being used in a CMC role to the point where I don't think he was going to finish the season if they didn't go get them another back to help him out a little bit. With that being said, I think that Tom Brady is number 2 in the MVP ladder right now. He's playing out of his mind. So give me the Bucks. Their defense is playing out of their mind as well. So give me the Bucks.
Stop.
Yeah. It hurts me to say, but I'm gonna agree with Cole a little bit here. Tom Brady's been playing really well. It's hard, nobody really wants to like Tom Brady, but it's fair to say he's been playing really well. I don't have a lot of faith in the Saints. I think they've been up and down team. Obviously, they lost that game to the Panthers. They've lost a couple games where I don't think they should have lost. The Bucks are still probably my best team in the NFC. It's hard to get bet against Tom Brady. Obviously, I'm on the show with a lot of Cowboys fans, and we'll probably get into later at some point in some of the episodes. Maybe not today, of course, but that Cowboys-Bucks game, week 1, we'll probably get into that at some point later. But the Bucks are my team. I think they're rock solid. It's hard to get bet against Brady, so give me them on the road.
Yeah, I don't know why this is a debate. Bucks. Okay.
Tell me how you feel. Just like 10 words. 10
I
words.
think it.
Give us 10 words.
10 words.
10
10
seconds. Go.
10 seconds.
10 seconds.
Tom
Go.
Brady by 17 against the Saints. I needed 7.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
Oh, wait. Score. Hold on. 32-13.
Thank you. That was beautiful.
Caleb.
That was
First, I want to address Zach's point about Brady. I fucking love Tom Brady.
Yeah.
But
He's cool.
maybe I'm in
Nobody
the
wants
minority
to
right
like
there.
Tom Brady, but
You
I
have
love
to.
he's a
this Brady.
dog right now. Like he's a
I didn't hate him in New England either. But and well, like Keith picked the Saints. This is why you shouldn't praise him at all for picking the Packers. He just picks the underdog every single week and just hopes it works.
It's pretty close.
But Bucks.
Next game we have Washington and Broncos. I flip a coin. That's who I care. That's who wins this game. I think Washington wins it. I think Heineke bounces back, and Washington fans believe in him again.
I had to go back and look at my pick. I'm pretty sure. I think I picked the Broncos, man, just because it was at home. But I forgot why. But
You picked the Washington football team.
I did. All right. So Washington's got it. They about to feast on Teddy B. Hate to see it, but maybe this is the bounce back game. Who knows?
Yeah, so Washington's defense hasn't really played up to par. They're allowing the most passing touchdowns to quarterback. Defense, they're getting lit up by quarterbacks. I think that they kind of figure out this week. Hopefully they do against Teddy, 2 chains, two gloves. I think Terry McLaurin has a good game. I'm rolling with the Washington football team. I got Washington.
Zach.
Yeah, Teddy 2 gloves, Teddy 2 chains. So obviously I'm on the show with a lot of Cowboys fans. I was a big Washington supporter for the division at the beginning of the year, but quite simply they fell flat, especially on defense. The Broncos are definitely not as good of a team as they started. Of course, they started 3-0, similar to a team in the Charlotte area. So I like the Broncos in this game at home. I think if I was a betting man, which I am, I would like this game to be I like this game to probably be one of the closer games of the week. But the Broncos at home, I'm gonna roll with them. They're obviously on a 4-game losing streak. They're gonna win a game pretty soon here. Washington's not that good. Their defense has been underperforming. Give me the Broncos at home.
Wow. So all these Broncos
He said,
believers, it's not going to be okay. I say it's not going to be close every time. It'll be close, guys. 20-17. Give me Washington. Scary Terry scores both of the touchdowns. Gibson sucks this year. It's obvious. J.D. McKissick is the pass catcher. He's the third down back. Give me Terry both touchdowns. He's been a monster. Ricky Seals
They
Jones
might be the only Teddy
Ricky Seals Jones, don't sleep on the man though. Dude, I started in fantasy last week. I had Dawson Knox out. He was a beauty. But yeah, so give me Terry for both touchdowns. They kicked 2 field goals too. 20-17. Don't get it mixed up. Washington wins this game. Let's go, baby.
A big thing I'm seeing this year is every team I told y'all fucking sucked to start with fucking sucks now. Washington, the Colts, Broncos, like y'all are so high. The Panthers, y'all are so high on them. I'm telling y'all, they're not good. But I'm taking Washington. I just feel like Washington takes this one.
Go Washington. Next game is the Cowboys game. Sunday Night Football. Cowboys-Vikings in Minnesota. I'm going to keep it as simple as I have for the Cowboys to save you guys a little time. If Dak plays, Dallas wins. If Dak does not play, Dallas gets beat down. We saw what happened last year without Dak to run this offense.
Vikings.
Yeah, so Dak is the MVP as of right now. He's the MVP.
Talk to Vegas.
He's the MVP.
Talk to Vegas. Let's talk to him. Kyler Murray's the MVP.
Kyler Murray looked
Kyler
like
Murray.
shit last night. He lost to a team
Dog,
without
you must have not watched the game.
he
then.
lost to a team with 2 All-Pro members.
He
didn't
lost
look
to
good.
a team with Aaron Rodgers.
He didn't look good against Houston either. But we're not going to talk about that. He didn't look good.
Just because he's not scoring touchdowns, that means he doesn't look
He
good.
did
But James
look good.
Conner gets every carry within the 5, right?
I'm
Okay,
sorry,
so let's
he did
look good.
we'll bring that up
All
later.
right,
Come on.
all right,
he did
all
not look
right.
good. Dak is the MVP right now.
Oh.
I think that the Cowboys win this game with or without Dak. They did it last year with Garrett Gilbert. Why not do it this year with Cooper Rush? He's taking first-team snaps, so hopefully if he's ready, if he needs to go in there, hopefully Dak does play. But I'm going with the Cowboys either way. And I think CeeDee Lamb has a better game than Justin Jefferson.
If any of our viewers are confused, I do not like the Cowboys. I simply despise them. But with Dak in the lineup, I don't see them losing this game at home. I believe they're at home, right?
No,
they're at Minnesota. I don't think it
Yeah.
fucking matters. Look,
You're
I'm sorry.
Damn right.
I'm sorry. With a healthy Dak, they're a lot better team than Minnesota. Minnesota's actually been good this year. They obviously lost a close game to Minnesota, or not Minnesota, to Arizona. To Arizona, they lost to Arizona in like what the late game by field goal in overtime. Yeah, that was a brutal game. I like Minnesota this year. I think they're a little bit better. They're competitive in most games, but with a healthy Dak, give me the Cowboys in a close game. With no Dak, they have zero shot. I think you're a little bit mistaken. With no Dak, they have zero shot. I think you guys
Dak is what
obviously
makes the
remember
Cowboys
last
a
year
Super Bowl
when
contender.
Dak got hurt. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say
Yeah.
Dak's the GOAT or anything. Of course,
Dak's,
I have other members who will say that, but Dak does carry that team. With no Dak, they have zero shot against Minnesota. So if Dak plays, give me the Cowboys in a close game. If Dak doesn't play, Minnesota's gonna smoke.
Yeah, I think Minnesota smokes them
He's
without
gonna play.
Dak. I think
I would assume
Minnesota plays with teams their level. They constantly competed with the good teams and got smoked by the bad ones. They beat the crap out of Seattle with Russ. I mean that's it wasn't even close. I think Minnesota loses, but I think it's closer than people think. And by the way, Dak is not the MVP leader. He's been top 3 this year. He's not the MVP leader though.
Oh, talk to Vegas. Him and Kyler split odds, and Kyler played terrible.
No. If you actually look, Kyler is plus
Right
350,
now.
and Dak
Right
is plus
now.
400.
We'll have conversation.
Dak is
about
plus
that. I'll put
400.
my
That's
house on
fine.
Tom
I'm not worried about that right now.
At
He's
these odds,
he's
I'm
been
sorry.
good this
I'll
year.
put my
He's been
money on
top
Tom.
3 this year. That's not the problem. He's been good.
Vegas
I don't
can
have a
step
problem with
up
that. But
those.
I'm actually looking at the odds, and he's not been
Give me
or he's not the leader. But anyways, give me. I think this is a pretty high scoring one actually. I think this is 33-30. Cowboys pull it off.
Hello, Greg Delay.
Yeah. So y'all are talking about like Dak doesn't play. It's gonna be a blowout because of last year. Last year Dallas had the worst defense in franchise history.
Thank you.
Since
Hold your shit,
1950.
Caleb. Thank you.
Like, so I don't want to hear anything about that. I think Dallas wins regardless. If Dak's in, it's like a 25-point game. If Dak's not in, it might be like a walk-off field goal. Or the Vikings might miss a field goal to win it, and then we go down and kick it. So something like that. Because the Vikings, they're cursed with kickers.
Yeah, they play static every single week.
Y'all didn't play last.
I picked Dallas to win it when they were favored earlier in the week, so I currently have those odds on my bets. I'm very, very content with that, with or without Dak.
Give me Cowboys and Trayvon Diggs 3 interceptions.
Whoa.
Next game,
Let me
I'm
add
kidding.
that,
I'm
let me
kidding.
add
I'm
that,
kidding.
Let me add that.
No, I'm
If Dak is okay and he doesn't play, I'll be thoroughly pissed. We
Yeah, I
have
know
to
that-
win like every game from here on out. We have to give it our all because I do not.
All
want
right,
to play
I will say though,
in
Trayvon
LA.
Diggs, no interception this week. That's what I'm going to call.
He's
He's a
100%
great
gonna
corner.
be.
He's been a great corner
Well,
this
actually
week
on
or
the
this year.
Trayvon
I think no interception this week.
It's Kirk Cousins in prime time though.
Okay.
He's 100%.
No, exactly.
Oh,
exactly.
no.
Exactly. Go ahead and change that.
Erase what I
Erase
said.
what you said.
It is
Change
not
Trayvon.
33-30. It is 33 to holy. It might be 2. Oh my gosh. Kirk Cousins in prime time. Wow. Yeah,
Oh,
not
wow.
close. Not close. I don't know what the score is going to be. 33-21. That's what I'm calling. Not calling. Cowboys. Congratulations on your
I appreciate
dub
that.
this week.
I appreciate that. W. So next game, I don't think we're really gonna Giants Chiefs Monday Night Football in Arrowhead. Give me Chiefs. They've looked bad, but give me Chiefs.
Give me Kansas City big, but I think Daniel Jones has an alright game. I think he plays pretty good.
Yeah, I don't want to talk too long on this game. Chiefs will look bad. I don't have a lot of faith in them long term, but if they lose this game at home against the Giants, it's going to be a hell of an episode next week. So
Yeah.
give me the Chiefs.
Yeah, hey, I think the Chiefs finally come back big this week. They've been missing a lot of key defensive players, but it looks like they're coming back soon. I don't know which week they're coming back, but anyways, I think the Chiefs absolutely smoke them. I hate Danny Dimes. I think he's the worst quarterback in the league.
He's one of the best receivers in the league.
Low
though.
key. 38 to 16. Kadarius Toney has over 100 yards if he plays.
He's
I
not
think
playing.
he's gonna. No, he's actually trending towards playing.
He's super heavily question.
He's trending towards playing. I thought.
Yeah, he is.
Chiefs win though.
Doesn't matter. Chiefs
38 to
Chiefs win
16.
Big. Like,
Chiefs
big.
win. Caleb, who
Give
you
me
got?
Chiefs big.
Give me old one hand, Danny Beckham Jr. in the upset, baby. Daniel
Say that
Jones.
shit.
Let's go, DBJ, baby. DBJ.
Oh my goodness.
Said,
Did you take the Giants?
My team is down bad right now, boys.
Yeah. Danny Beckham Jr.
hey,
I'm
it
extremely
seems like
so-
some toxic behavior going on. around
so-
the NFC.
Just wait till Matt Ryan catches a one-handed pass this week.
Yeah.
I'll be sick.
So those are our NFL Week 8 picks. You guys heard who we have. You kind of heard why. We tried to keep it short. Gave you guys about an hour episode. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Before we go, Keith, do you have anything that you would like to
Yes.
say?
Hey, I picked right already. So see if you can join in and pick right with me. Next week, find one of us on the gram or just text us, whichever one. Let us know if you want to join in the pick'ems. But besides that, thank you for listening. Know that even though you don't see me over Zoom, I still love you just the same. But yeah, get in the pick'ems.
Yep. And just my
Cole.
final piece right here. Deontay Johnson. Deontay Johnson.
Damn, Cole.
No.
Get outta here.
Deontay Johnson. You suck.
Oh,
You suck,
That's
Deontay
fine.
Johnson. Jamar Chase and the Cincinnati Bengals are gonna move to 6-2 this week. 6-2, and we got the sledgehammer, and we're hammering the Bengals. I don't care what the spread is. I don't know what the spread is. It better be 3 touchdowns because that's how many Jamar Chase is getting this week. Give me the Cincinnati Bengals as the lock of the week. I love you, Joe Burrow. Let's go, baby.
what you got to say about that, Cole?
Talk to me, Cole.
Damien.
Say your goodbyes.
Shout out Dak Prescott.
Please.
With or
Get
without
your cap
Dak,
out
the
there.
Cowboys win.
Do
I
some
hope you play
stretches.
Dak. Justin Jefferson is the 3rd best wide receiver playing in this game on Sunday night.
Oh,
Shout out
Is
Jamar
Gallup
Chase.
playing?
Yeah,
No,
no,
he
I
might
don't
be
think he is.
fourth.
No. Okay, let's
No,
not
no,
wild
no,
out.
Okay,
no,
sorry.
stop
We gotta
trusting.
get out of
He's
here.
been practicing.
But yeah, shout out Jamar Chase. 2nd best wide receiver in the AFC North right now. Deontay Johnson. Big game on Sunday. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in, and the first thing I want to do, I definitely actually want to shout out Keith. I'll be for real though. Shout out though, he's the only one that had the Packers on Thursday night. At the time of recording, of course, he hit that. Let's go. Credit where credit is due. It's really cool to actually meet the guy. We've been on the episodes for
I
you know,
exist, bro.
in
I'm
a few
not
months.
just a character.
This is really cool for you guys. Please check it out. Caleb, one day we're gonna get it recorded in person.
One day I gotta get up
Awesome.
there.
But I'll shout out the boys. Me and Keith actually do have a little bit of a in-house matchup this week. Granted, both of us have been playing like shit all year, and it really doesn't matter probably that much what happens in the game. I'm gonna shout out. I'm not gonna shout you out, Sam Darnold. I'm gonna shout out the lads, DJ Moore. Let's catch the ball on 4th down next time. Let's get a win this week, please. I can't keep coming in just such a bad mood to these episodes, but it's been a lot of fun. I'll shout out the Hurricanes. They're still undefeated, of course. I'm gonna shout out the boys. It's been a great time to be on here, but check us out next week and get in the pick'em, and catch you guys next week.
Talk to me, Caleb.
Follow the socials, the Twitter, the Instagram. I've been talking shit with people this entire episode while on Twitter on the account. So if you see me looking at the TVs and stuff, that's why. Stop disrespecting Jamar Chase. He's the best receiver in that division. One of the best receivers in the AFC. Dallas is going to 14-3. I'm done.
Thank you guys so much for listening. We love you guys, and we'll catch you guys next week.
Hammer down, lads. Hammer down.
Hammer down, lads.
Hammer down. Hammer down.
I'm out of there.